Hello and welcome to my first ever vlog. Today is actually a day of firsts for me, so I thought why not? Today is the day. Been bullied by some of my friends on Instagram into doing this for quite some time. It is currently 6:40 in the morning, and like I said, a day of firsts. I am taking Peanut, my rising 5-year-old, out for an outing. Not our first outing, but it is our first outing which involves me towing any horse anywhere by myself. I got the cats here to supervise me doing the gate. They see themselves as chief supervisors. The little black one's Minnie, and that is Stinky Pete. She is a girl. Unfortunately, I did call her Nala, but unfortunately Stinky Pete stuck. So they are two key members. If this channel ever goes anywhere, they will be present quite a lot because they just follow me around. So I hitched it all up yesterday. This is my new trailer which I bought myself. I haven't yet got a number plate, so that's why it's all wonky. And there's the boys. So that is Peanut rocking a bit of a fashion choice. Bless Peanut, he's a bit of an itchy boy, and in the last 2 days he's destroyed 3 rugs, which is why this whole situation's going on. I'm just quite pleased that he still has a rug on this morning. Hey Peeny Beanie! As yesterday, every time I came out he was less stressed than when I left him. It's old Henner's, the main man! If you follow me on Instagram, you will know Henry. Everybody knows Henry. Hey Ginge! He's the one who started it all! And everybody wants their breakfast. They're not questioning why I'm here so early, they just want me to feed them, so I'd better get on that. Hi Henry! So, please excuse the trailer breast bar that's there. It's my first time actually taking the trailer out. I've moved out of the way. Trailer out by myself. I have taken it out a number of times unloaded, and Peanut has been out a few times with me, but in another trailer we've done some loading practice. I've had lots of just practice in general. But it is my first time taking a horse anywhere, so I've got a lovely friend, Louise, coming to help me, and she's going to sit in with me, and we picked a venue that is only a 15-minute drive away. It's an easy 15 minutes. It's somewhere I know very well. I know the roads very well. I have done half of the route with the trailer on empty, so it's not very far away, so it's not super difficult. Yeah, so we are going somewhere nice and local. So we have hired an arena for an hour to do some show jumping practice. So Peanut and I have been gradually working through my terrible confidence. So if you are new here, or I mean I should say new to me, because everybody's new here, this is new to me, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, etc. Oh, there's my scoop that I was looking for. I have had wonderful Henry, who I just showed you, for 10 years. He basically was a problem horse, in that he had a really dangerous vertical rearing problem for a very long time. I did get the right help with him eventually. We rehabbed him from the ground up, and he turned into a pretty good horse. I mean, he's always going to be a bit complicated, but he got really good, and then sadly in August last year he got diagnosed with skin cancer on his unfortunate manly parts. He went for surgery. He had a complete amputation, which was, I mean, I think I felt worse about it than he did. So he had surgery on that, and then when he got to hospital, he was sadly diagnosed with a fast onset, so it hadn't been there 6 months previously when his heart had last been listened to. But basically a severe heart murmur, and I mean, don't quote me on this because I can never get it right, but I think it's aortic valve regurgitation is which valve that I'm not 100% sure on. I think he might also have some mitral valve regurgitation, but I'm not a cardiologist, so yeah. But anyway, unfortunately that puts him at risk of a number of things, such as sudden death syndrome when ridden, heart failure, etc. So poor Henry has been semi-retired. So shortly after that, it happened before this, but Peanut came to join me on loan from the start of December last year. So his owner is somebody I've known very well for a long time, and she was like, he is the horse you need. So Peanut is rising 5, he'll be 5 in May. He's had colic surgery, and like I say, he's an itchy boy, but he's recovered and he's just genuinely the nicest person. Like, that's why he came to me, is because he is a nice person. So hello Enzo, don't come in the feed room, it's naughty. He's a nice person. So he has come to me to help restore my faith in horses, because although I love Henry to bits, I wouldn't change anything. 10 years of a very difficult horse has left my confidence not very high. So yeah, we're going out for arena hire. We are planning to do some jumping. Jumping is where my confidence is the worst. So I've been working through this with the lovely integrative sports coaching, Katie Pinn. She's amazing. I was having one-to-ones with her last year before Henry's surgery, and then I stopped because I couldn't afford it anymore, and she has kindly gifted me access to her Fear to Freedom course since then, to keep working through it. So hopefully I'm going to be applying some stuff from that today. She hasn't asked me to vlog about this or anything, by the way. She doesn't even know I'm vlogging. So hi Katie, if you watch this. Yeah, so hopefully we're going to work through some stuff. We're going to jump around a little course, that's the plan. Even if it's teeny tiny. So sorry if you're expecting big jumps. This probably isn't the channel for you, at least not yet. So I'm now standing guard over Peanut's breakfast because a certain little Enzo, so this is my lone companion for Henry, likes to try and steal it, and I'm too lazy to put horses in stables to feed them when this works fine. And I think Mister's trying to sneak into the feed room. He's a livery horse. We'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, this is Enzo. He is a rising 6-year-old now, Welsh A. He's very cute, he's unbroken. I've had him for 3 years. He was meant to be here for 2 months. But Henry is deeply attached to him, so he doesn't leave. And basically the only thing he does is smile at people. Isn't that cute? Oh, thanks Enzo. Smack me. Oh, Mister, we're not eating Peanut's breakfast. Peanut's got to go and do some jumping. Hey, and we need to sort out this fashion disaster. Hey, good boy. Enzo lives in hope of a breakfast, but he's a small fat Welsh pony. He has no need for it. So I was at least partially organised yesterday in that I put hay in the trailer and I hitched it up, because I was worried that hitching it up would be a bridge too far for my novice towing self this morning. So it's hitched up, ready to go. I've just had a text from Louise, who's coming with me, and she is on her way. She is far better at this early morning thing than I am, because she is, I think she's cycling here or running, or she's coming here without a car. She's not very far away, but you wouldn't catch me doing it. Please excuse the state of my yard. Obviously this will get poo picked, but that will be after I get back, because this is such an early excursion. The others have plenty of hay to see them through. So yeah, we use this so that we don't have to stable them overnight, by the way. It's a really useful little loafing area. Something I really wanted to do when I got my own place was have somewhere like this where the horses could just stay in their little herds and not have to be stabled. Henry doesn't do very well stabled. Like I said, Peanut's had colic surgery, so he's better off out too. So yeah, and Mister, the livery's horse, he's asthmatic, so he's also better off out. The man beneath the snuggy hood, he's not groomed. Please excuse any scabby bits. Like I said, he's suddenly turned into the itch monster. Haven't you, Peanut? but he is a lovely boy. I don't think I said before, but he's a registered Irish draught. He's a chunky boy, but he's not that chunky. He's still athletic. Minnie has loaded herself. Haven't you, Minnie? You're the main character. Do you want to come on an adventure? Hey? Yeah? A good boy? Yes, you are. You got a haylage and everything. Think, Peanut? Because I would like to keep eating, please. Hey? A good boy. Get your bridle. So we're on board. You'll have to bear with the videoing for a little minute. Louise was just getting to grips with the camera for the first clip. However, it does improve and she did really well. At this point, we're just having a little trot around. I was waiting for Peanut to do a big spook at these banners, but although he's falling in a little bit to the left, which is something he does anyway, it was actually really good. He came with us while we popped all the fences down. We made them nice and small, but to be honest, I was still freaking out about the height of some of them a little bit. That's what I mean when I say my confidence is a little bit shot. But honestly, I can't fault him. This is our first time going away with him being the only horse, so I've taken him out to a couple of places in my friend's trailer. Obviously, I also had the additional stress of, learning to tow. I mean, I have learned to tow, but it was my first time taking a horse on board. And Peanut he didn't feed off it at all. So we're cantering around here for the first time, and he's just so good. Honestly, just can't say enough good things about this horse's attitude. Like, he's rising 5 and he just has the best brain. He just wants to try so hard. He is the definition of a yes man. Anyway, we're having a little canter. I got out of the saddle, just thought it would warm him up nicely. Pop round on the left. Now, I will warn you, we have quite a lot of awkward jumps in this session. Like I said, he is rising 5. He's really green. And I've decided to leave them in because I want to look back on the progress and I want to keep it real for you guys. So yeah, like that. He just didn't really pick up his back feet. But it's not a problem at this stage. Like, that is not what I am looking for from him at this point in his career. Pop over this little cross pole. He did this really sweetly. We come back round to another cross pole. It was a little bit cross poles galore at the beginning, so bear with me. But honestly, like, he just pops it so nicely. He's feeling nice and forward. He feels keen. He's not being over dramatic. Again, another little awkward jump there, but he didn't look at the fillers, which I wasn't sure if he would. I haven't actually jumped a filler before this day on him at all, but Peanut just says no problem. That is just who he is. He is the ultimate cool dude. I think I was trotting around aimlessly at this point because I hadn't decided where I was going, so we will see. Honestly, I can't remember where I was going watching it back either. Oh, I decided to jump that red one again, see if we got a better jump. And did we? Yes, we did. Oh, bless him. He is so cute. So one of my goals from this session was to jump around a full course. I don't know about you guys, but I'm totally guilty of when I go out to an arena hire and I'm a bit worried, I tend to pick like 4 jumps that I like and then try and avoid everything else, which is really bad. But I was like, no, I am going to jump a whole course. So at this point, I'm just showing him a few of the fences, stringing together a couple, and then in a minute, we'll go around and jump a full course. It's the course that was set out. At this point, I did a wimp and pulled him out of the second one because I was worried about it. Promise I did come back around and jump that later. I didn't present him, so it wasn't like I pulled him out. But it's still probably not my finest moment. So something I haven't mentioned is one of my major fear triggers at the moment is oxers. I don't know why, because I know oxers ride better than verticals, but verticals just look so much less scary. So that was another mission I had for this session, was to jump some oxers, not make them not oxers. But that's also why I chose not to jump that fence a minute ago. But yeah, oxers, doubles, cranks and fillers, they're all fairly new to mine and Peanut's relationship. He jumped through that double so well. I hadn't presented him to it before at all, and he just popped it, no problem. I was so impressed. At which point Louise was like, I was too close, you're going to have to come around and jump it again. So that's what we did here. Bit of a odd stride coming in, but he just keeps his rhythm. He's just so good. And if you haven't gathered already, the theme of this vlog is that Peanut's the best and we should all be part of his fan club. I am a massive Peanut fan. I just think horses don't come like this. Look at him popping over that oxer. I was nervous about that and he just made it so easy. Honestly, he's making my fears look a bit silly because he just finds life so easy. But that's what we want. That was the whole point of me having a horse like Peanut for my next horse after Henry was something that was going to put me back together again a little bit. That was another fence I was worried about. And again, another double, another planks under both of them. As you can see there, I was so relieved I got over them, I just stopped. But yay for Peanut. So at this point, I decided that my individual fence phobia was silly and I should just get on and jump the whole course. So that's what I am doing here. So we are coming around the corner to fence 1. You'll also see fence 2 is the fence that I avoided a minute ago. I had to really give him a kick there because he was sort of not paying attention, but fence 2, not a problem at all. It was, once again, entirely in my head. Come around the corner, I'm pretty sure this was crosspole. Yep, it was. Crosspole, awkward jump, but no big deal. Just trying to keep the momentum. Jumped that one very sweetly. I mean, it is really a raised pole, but he just did it exactly how he was meant to. He read the question well, keeping the canter coming around the corner. At this point, I started to think, oh my God, this young horse does not have that much stamina at the moment, but he popped through that very sweetly again. I'm pretty sure we then pick up the left rein in a second. I think Louise is just getting back into shot. Oh, yeah, so this was the piggies fence, little piggy fillers and an oxer. Again, it's so tiny, I don't know why I was worried in the first place. Popped over that very nicely, got a better stride to that than he had previously. At this point, I'm yelling at Louise that I can't remember the rest of the course because subconsciously I didn't really expect to get this far. But Peanut, just being perfect, popped through this very, very sweetly. I thought that rode really nicely, was on a good stride. At this point, I'm definitely noticing his energy levels flagging. Like, canter work is on the agenda. He jumped that very flat, but again, it's not really what I'm worried about at this stage. Where was I going here? Okay, so this jump was a little planky oxer thingy in the corner, and I gave up there. That was not actually the end of the course, so I didn't realise until later, but turns out there were actually 12 fences in the course, and I jumped 11, but it was purely because I hadn't realised rather than because I was avoiding them, so I'm not going to be upset about it, and I did actually jump the other one individually at another point. So at this point, I said to Louise, let's pop some of them up. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still tiny, but we moved the fillers in a little bit and popped them up a couple of holes, or we popped the cross poles up to verticals. So here you see Peanut went on the wrong leg. To me, that says his energy levels are failing because he has only recently got to the point where he's strong enough to pick up right canter first time every time. He's got a slightly weaker left hind leg than his right hind leg. And he has got really, really good, but when he gets tired, it is sort of the first thing that goes is that right canter transition. So I'm really keen to remind myself that he's a baby and that I don't need to overdo it. So you'll notice there the fillers were actually under the fence and he didn't even bat an eyelid. So that's why I put them under at this stage. I was aware he was getting tired. I promised myself I was going to jump them. We popped them under and we rode a few more like shorter combinations of lines. At this point, I'm giving him a really good kick on because he's flagging. He smacked through that one, but I don't care at all. I'm really not worried about him having poles down. And at this point, we're coming around to a fence that was probably the biggest we have jumped. Still probably only, I don't know, 75, but he jumped it really, really well. I was proud of myself because I actually did pick up a forward canter and insist on it. And he did actually give me a really good shot over that. And then I came back over this red one, which was a filler, and I can't see a stride. So it was around this time I realised I had not jumped fence 12 in the course, so I decided I must come and do that so that I didn't make it become a thing. He kind of popped through that, no problem, and then I came back round to my nice big vertical, and I had promised myself that I'd sort of link these last few up and get a better shot to that red one. So he popped that nicely, but it's definitely just getting a little bit flat now. I mean, all things considered, I'd probably only been on him for 30 minutes at this point, so he hadn't done loads. So we came back round to this and we jumped it like that. Not amazing. So at this point, I'm like, no, we are going to jump that properly. So I canter back round and pop it again. Right, we're done. Peanut has been an absolute legend. We have not been jumping this height, for the record. We've just been putting the jumps back up. We jumped probably a course of 50 to 70, I would say, but we jumped our first fillers and Peanut couldn't care less. He was brilliant, so we're just gonna check all the jumps are back up and wander back to the trailer. So success, and you good boy Peanut. He says, I'm the best 5-year-old on the planet. Yeah, what a good boy. So massive success for our first outing where I have towed the horse myself, and our first time taking Peanut somewhere by himself without another horse, first time jumping a full course, and first time jumping fillers on him. Not had very long, and they're a bit of a bugbear of mine. We jumped the oxers, which have also been a confidence thing that I've been working through with the Fear to Freedom thing I mentioned before. Just really pleased with him. He's just been so good. Now I've just got to survive taking him home, then I'm going to give him a good bath, get myself some breakfast from the farm shop, and then we've got saddle fitter later. I may or may not bring you guys along for. Probably not, because I'll probably be too embarrassed to show the saddle fitter, but I'm hoping Henry's dressage saddle might be able to be fitted to Peanut. We'll see. So, as the new blogger I am, I completely forgot to film an outro. So I'm sorry about that. You'll just have to look at this video of Peanut really enjoying a roll after I gave him a bath. He was so desperate to have a good itch and scratch after his bath, and Henry's just eating. Led down and was eating. Peanut's still having a roll. He did get up in a minute, I promise. He is not abnormal. There he goes. That squirrel is so funny. Anyway, if you've enjoyed my first ever vlog, please like, comment and subscribe. See you later.